Hey guys, I am sitting outside our hotel room in Entebbe. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, Entebbe, Uganda, and I am with our the World Vision Relations donor relations.
Officer.
The officer, basically the person in charge of relationships with the United States and in regards to how it relates to Uganda. Her name is Rachel Tumwine. Yeah, I'm still not. Oh gosh, it's embarrassing. How are you doing, Rachel?
I'm good, Matthew.
She has been the person who has taken care of us since we got here. She was the big smile that met us at the airport and with a little sign that said World Vision. So like it has been, we really appreciate like just your kindness and your heart. And you're relatively new to World Vision too, and before World Vision you worked at a Christian radio station here in Uganda.
That's right.
And you grew up in Uganda.
I grew up in Uganda and did my university in Malawi for 4 years, but I've been in Uganda most of my life.
Awesome. Yeah. How had you heard about World Vision before you started working for them?
Yes, I had always heard about World Vision. The primary school that I went to was about a kilometer, less than a kilometer away from the World Vision head office. So I really knew that World Vision was around. I wasn't very aware of what World Vision was about. I've gotten to know that better with time, but I've always known that about World Vision, I guess, from childhood.
Well, one of the things that you do is you travel all over the country of Uganda, and so you get to see firsthand all the different things that World Vision does in here. And so I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about just an overview of the relationship between Uganda and World Vision, and how many like you guys call them ADPs? Can you explain that?
ADP is the acronym for Area Development Program, and that is, I should say, the office in which the real World Vision work goes on, because those are the offices that are in the rural areas. And in an ADP you will find an ADP manager and several staff who, the ADP manager basically is overseeing the area development program, and he will have staff who work with him to meet with the community to ensure that World Vision is actually meeting the needs of the community. He will also have staff who follow up on sponsored children. Each sponsored child gets visited at least once a month to make sure that they're doing well education-wise, that they're healthy, that they're well, to ensure their wellness. An ADP would have, I think, about 15 or so people working at each area development program. There's a finance team, there is the community development facilitators, and just all people coming together to make sure that World Vision's work in the community is actually meeting a need, as opposed to World Vision just coming and just doing something without involving the community. I think one of the things that stands out about World Vision is involvement with the community, seeking the community's input into the work so that needs are actually being met.
So it's not, World Vision's not forcing any ideas on to Uganda. It really is working with the community of where it's located and kind of coming up with the best case scenario for whatever is going on in that world, in that area.
That's right. For example, when an area development program is starting, what is done is they will bring the community in that area together, the community leaders, and have a meeting with them and find out what are the needs of the community. Is it water? Is it education? Is it help with HIV and AIDS prevention and education, or whatever they can do to make a difference in the situation? And the community will front what they think is important. The community leaders are the ones who will bring forward the problem to World Vision and say, we think, for example, in our area that health is a big issue. So we would suggest that you focus on helping us get health centers close to us. And in that case, World Vision would work still with the community to build, for example, a health center, which will make health facility more accessible to the community, as opposed to someone having to drive or walk so far away to find medication when they're sick. Bringing a health center into their community will really make a whole lot of difference for them. Yeah.
Now, how many ADPs are there in Uganda?
Uganda currently has 54 ADPs.
And how many kids does one ADP normally? Because it's different in every ADP, but like on average, how many children does?
Up to 4,000 or more. That varies in different ADPs. I can't give an average number, but
up to 4,000
or more.
So how many do you know how many children World Vision currently has in its program in Uganda?
I do not have that number.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It sounds like it fluctuates a little bit too.
Yeah, it does. It does with children being registered all the time, and sometimes children will drop out of the system, and we'll make sure that the sponsors are updated on what is going on with their child, in terms of they get letters, they get annual reports on how their children are doing health-wise in their education, and how is the community benefiting from the sponsorship and from World Vision's work. But yes, that number does fluctuate from time to time.
Is this Celine Dion, or is this Taylor Dane? Taylor Dane. Yeah, we got Taylor Dane serenading us in the background. Well, anyway, Rachel, thank you so much for just talking with us and just for mostly taking care of us. Like, you've just been so kind. You've got a great spirit, and we are just so excited to go and explore what World Vision does here.
I'm excited that all of you got here safely, no bags missing.
Yes.
that it's so good to have you all here, and look forward to what will be going on throughout the week, visiting the ADPs, and for each one on the team to be able to experience a bit of what it's like in the area development programs.
That's awesome. Thanks, guys.